In the infinite expanse of the universe, there existed a test, a rite of passage, so ancient and enigmatic that its origins were obscured by the mists of time. Known simply as the universal trial, it was a challenge said to be set by the enigmatic architects of the cosmos, the forerunners. Participation was not optional. When a species reached a certain level of technological and cultural advancement, they would be summoned. The test's contents varied, tailored to the strengths and weaknesses of the participants, but the outcome was almost always the same: failure. Over millennia, thousands of species across countless galaxies had tried and failed. The brightest minds and bravest souls of these civilizations would return, broken and defeated, whispering tales of impossible challenges and insurmountable odds. For many, the failure marked the pinnacle of their civilization's achievements, an insidious capstone that seemed to say, "This far, and no further." And then, there were the humans, a species hailing from a small blue-and-green planet they called Earth, orbiting a nondescript star in an unremarkable spiral arm of the Milky Way. To the galactic community, humans were peculiar creatures. Physically fragile yet annoyingly resilient, intellectually curious yet recklessly impulsive, humans defied categorization. They came from a death world, as the galactic community categorized it, a planet so hazardous that most species would consider it uninhabitable. From venomous creatures to devastating weather patterns, Earth was a crucible of challenges. And yet, humanity thrived. When the summons came, humanity reacted with a mix of trepidation and excitement. The universal trial was spoken of in hushed tones among the galactic community, but to the humans, it was just another challenge to face, another mountain to climb. They were no strangers to adversity. They had faced extinction events, global conflicts, and existential crises on their homeworld. If anything, the trial felt like an opportunity to prove themselves on a cosmic stage. The delegation that humanity sent was an eclectic mix of soldiers, scientists, philosophers, and artists. They boarded the sleek, obsidian vessel that had appeared in orbit, their hearts pounding with anticipation and adrenaline. The ship's interior was a marvel of alien engineering, a seamless blend of advanced technology and organic aesthetics. It whisked them away to the Trio Nexus, a sprawling structure floating in the void, pulsating with an ethereal glow. Upon arrival, they were greeted by the custodian, a towering entity composed of shifting light and shadow. Its voice resonated directly within their minds, a harmonic symphony of tones that conveyed both authority and an unnerving sense of omniscience. "Welcome, representatives of humanity," the custodian intoned. "You have been summoned to undertake the universal trial. Success will elevate your species to a higher plane of existence. Failure will leave you as you are, to continue your journey in the universe. Are you prepared to proceed?" One of the human delegates, a biologist named Dr. Elena Morales, stepped forward. "We accept," she said, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment. The custodian's form shimmered, and the humans were enveloped in a blinding light. When their vision cleared, they found themselves in a sprawling labyrinth. The air was thick with tension, and the walls seemed to pulse with a faint, otherworldly energy. A voice, the custodian's, echoed in their minds. "The trial consists of 3 phases: understanding, unity, and resilience. Each phase will test the core of your species' essence. Succeed, and you may advance. Fail, and you will be returned to your homeworld, your memories of this place intact, to ponder your inadequacies." The first phase, understanding, unfolded as a series of puzzles and challenges that required not just intelligence, but an ability to think beyond conventional paradigms. The humans worked tirelessly, their diverse perspectives proving invaluable. Scientists theorized, artists imagined, and soldiers applied strategic reasoning. The custodian watched in silence, its form occasionally flickering as if amused by their unorthodox approaches. Against all odds, humanity succeeded. The second phase, unity, was a test of cohesion. The group was separated and subjected to scenarios designed to sow discord. They were made to confront their deepest fears, personal biases, and conflicting interests. Yet, time and again, they chose to trust one another, to communicate openly and work collaboratively. Where other species had fractured, humanity's innate social bonds and adaptability shone through. By the time they reached the final phase, resilience, the humans were battered but unbroken. This phase was a gauntlet of physical and mental endurance, pushing them to their limits. The labyrinth shifted into a hostile environment, searing heat, freezing cold, and gravity fluctuations that threatened to crush them. They faced illusions of failure, temptations to quit, and trials that seemed designed to exploit their every weakness. But humanity's stubborn determination proved their greatest strength. They laughed in the face of adversity, cracked jokes to lighten the mood, and found strength in camaraderie. When they emerged from the labyrinth, bruised and exhausted but victorious, the custodian awaited them. For the first time, its form seemed to radiate something akin to warmth. "Humanity," it said, "you have succeeded where all others have failed. Your understanding, unity, and resilience have proven your worth. You are ready to ascend." The humans exchanged weary but triumphant smiles. They had done what no other species had accomplished. They had passed the test. As the custodian extended an invitation to join the forerunners in their elevated existence, the humans hesitated. Dr. Morales stepped forward once more. "We're honored," she said, "but our journey isn't over. We've learned much, but we believe there's more to discover, more to experience. Thank you, but we choose to return to our path." The custodian's form shimmered, its tones resonating with a note of respect. "Your choice is wise. May your journey continue to inspire." And with that, humanity was returned to Earth, their triumph echoing across the stars. Word of their success spread quickly among the galactic community, and for the first time in eons, the universal trial was seen not as an insurmountable barrier, but as a beacon of hope. For humanity, it was not the end of their story, but the beginning of a new chapter. They had laughed in the face of the impossible and emerged victorious. And in doing so, they had reminded the universe of a simple truth: the indomitable spirit of a Deathworlder could never be underestimated. The humans returned to Earth, but they were not the same. They carried with them memories of the universal trial and the lessons it imparted. While their species' triumph had sparked a new era of galactic respect, it also ignited a deeper sense of purpose within humanity. They had glimpsed the vastness of their potential and were determined to push the boundaries of what they could achieve. As weeks turned to months, humanity's newfound perspective began to shape their actions. They formed alliances with other species, sharing knowledge and fostering cooperation. The story of their success became a unifying legend across galaxies, inspiring civilizations to reevaluate their own potential and their approach to the trial. But amidst the celebration, the Forerunner's true gift began to reveal itself. Subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in the fabric of human thought and creativity emerged. Their art became more profound, their science more intuitive, and their empathy deeper than ever before. It was as if the trial had unlocked dormant capacities within them, an evolution of the mind and spirit. One quiet evening, Dr. Elena Morales stood atop a cliff overlooking the ocean, the wind carrying the scent of salt and promise. Her communicator buzzed, and she answered to find a familiar face, a galactic ambassador from a distant star system. "Elena," the ambassador said, their multifaceted eyes reflecting starlight, "your people's choice to continue your path has inspired more than you know. Many species now seek to emulate your unity, your resilience. Even the custodian has spoken of expanding the trial, of making it more than a test of individual species, perhaps a test of collective cooperation." Elena smiled, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "We're all part of the same cosmos," she replied. "The trial wasn't just about proving ourselves. It was about reminding us that progress doesn't come from isolation. It comes from connection, within and beyond." As humanity's story spread, new alliances began to take shape. Species that had once viewed one another with suspicion now worked together to address universal challenges: hunger, disease, and the environmental degradation of their homeworlds. Slowly, a galactic federation began to form, with humanity as one of its guiding voices. Years turned into decades, and humanity's influence grew. But true to their word, they never sought to dominate, only to contribute. They helped design a second iteration of the universal trial, one that welcomed collaboration among species. The trial became a celebration of unity rather than a test of individual strength, and for the first time, entire coalitions participated together, succeeding in ways no single species ever had. On Earth, a monument was erected, a towering, crystalline structure inscribed with the words, "Together, we ascend." It stood as a reminder of what humanity had accomplished and what lay ahead. And as they continued their journey among the stars, humanity never forgot the lesson that had guided them through the trial: the greatest strength wasn't in intelligence, power, or resilience alone, but in the ability to come together and rise as one. In the end, humanity's greatest triumph wasn't their ascent, it was the legacy they left behind, a galaxy that, for the first time, dared to dream of shared destiny.